Hello, welcome to a tutorial on MS PowerPoint. My name is Smita Reni and I will be taking you through this tutorial. What is a PowerPoint? MS PowerPoint or Microsoft PowerPoint is actually a presentation program. It was created by two software professionals, Robert Gaskins and Dennis Austin, and they did it for a company called Forethought in the mid 1980s. It was released, as I said, in 1987, initially only for Macintosh computers. But afterwards, immediately almost 3 months later, Microsoft acquired PowerPoint, and therefore we have the present name as MS PowerPoint or Microsoft PowerPoint. Now, I said it helps you make a presentation. So what is a presentation? Presentation is a collection of information that has to be delivered to a specific audience. Now, this presentation that is delivered to an audience may have text in it, may have images, may have certain tables or even charts, that is graphs. It can also have sound and video also. So such a presentation which you prepare can be done with the help of Microsoft PowerPoint, and it may be actually run automatically, that means without any human intervention, or it may be run by a presenter. So today I'm going to take you through all these steps of how to create an effective and powerful presentation. Let's see what all topics we're going to touch. We'll take a look at getting started with PowerPoint, how to create and manage presentations, how to create and manage slides, and to apply and manage designs on slides. We'll take a look at how transition effects can be applied. We'll see what animation in slides is. We'll take a look into how we can insert tables, graphics, symbols, mathematical formulae, and even audio and video into a slide. We'll see how to record our screen in a PowerPoint. We'll see how to manage a slideshow. There is a lot into managing a slideshow. We'll understand once we do it. We'll see how a slideshow can be recorded with voice over it. Actually, what you're listening to right now is a voice recorded over a slideshow. So we'll learn how to do this. Managing views of slideshow. This is including the master view. So we'll take a look at how we can manage the various views of a slideshow with ease. And we'll also see how to convert our presentations into images, into PDF files, and even into a video. So without waiting for much, let's start. Now to start PowerPoint, I'll be typing here in the taskbar at the bottom. In the search area, you just type PowerPoint, and as you type, the PowerPoint option will be highlighted and you can select the app. Okay, double click on the app and it will be opened in the background there. Now, once it is opened, you can see that this particular screen is populated in front of us, where the screen is divided into two parts. On the left, you have a section where all the files that were opened recently will be there, and at the bottom there are other presentations that you can open. You may click any one of this, or if you want to go to other presentations, so anything else that was opened in the recent past, you can scroll down and look at it, or you may go to the browse option, and from the browse option you may select from within your machine where you may have a PowerPoint presentation and accordingly select from there. So that is another option. So I'm going to at the moment not open up an existing presentation, but we are planning to create a new one. Now, keeping that in mind, on the right side we have an entire pane which has got lots of templates from which you can choose. These templates are basically designs or themes for your PowerPoint presentation, which you can choose, and accordingly the background and the color combination and the fonts will be selected. We may just choose any one of these depending upon our choice, but at the moment I'm going to teach you how to use a blank presentation and start from scratch. So I'm going to select blank presentation, double click on that. You come to the main PowerPoint screen. Now on this screen you have at the top part the menu. The menu is actually divided into tabs. As you can see, there is home, insert, design, transition, and so on, all these tabs. As you click on each tab, there gets opened a ribbon. This collection of options here is called as a ribbon. So a ribbon gets selected, gets highlighted. Each ribbon is divided into sections which are called as groups. if you can see these fine lines, so there is a group here and so on. So each ribbon is divided into groups. So if I click on the insert tab, I'll have the insert ribbon with the various groups that are there defined inside this. Okay, so as we go ahead, we will see one by one each of these menu items, and we'll try and cover as many options as is possible. So for starters, when we come to the home page, that means the first page that gets populated when PowerPoint opens, what ideally comes by default is a section on the left side which is called as the slide sorter section. This is the part where you will be able to see a bird's eye view of all the slides that you will have. At the moment there is only one slide, so this is showing only one here. When the slide is selected in the slide sorter section, that particular slide will be opened on the right side. So whatever the contents of this slide are will come on the right side. At the moment, this is a slide which has got only the title and the subtitle. Another part to this particular window is at the bottom here. You may take your mouse there until it becomes a double-headed arrow, click and drag up. It zooms out the slide, and at the bottom you can see a section where speaker's notes can be added. These are the notes which the speaker can keep for himself or herself when the person is making a presentation. This particular section is not populated on the projector screen, and it is something that the speaker can read from, or it's like a hint for the speaker. What will be projected on the screen is in this particular section, that is the slide section. You may increase or decrease this size. I'm going to decrease it a little bit so that I have maximum space for my slide. Now this is particularly the layout of my slide. At the moment it's only a title slide. I'm planning to take an example. Let's say we'll take the example of pollution, and we're going to make an entire slideshow for different types of pollutions and what pollution is. So at the moment I'm going to add a title to this slideshow, and that title will be called, I am going to call it pollution. If I want, I can select this and change the font. Maybe I think I will go in for Algerian. The size 60 looks fine to me. At the bottom I can maybe put in a subtitle, or if I don't want, that's also fine. I'm going to put in something here. Okay, so that is the title slide. Now as you may have noticed, in PowerPoint, whenever you want to make any entry, written entry, or for that matter any image or sound, that is voice, or even a video, or even you may, if you want, bring in data from Excel, even charts can be brought in. All those items, if you have to place on a slide, it has to be in a placeholder. Textual placeholders are called as text boxes. So unlike in Word, you can't directly write in PowerPoint, you need a text holder. By default, in this first slide, title slide, it shows two text holders or text boxes, and we could directly write into this. Now the title slide is done. I would like to add another slide. Now there are various ways to add another slide. I'll try and tell you most of them. The first method I would like to tell you is to go on to the home ribbon. In this particular group, you will find an option called as new slides or new slide. You can click on the new slide, and it will give you an option of about 9 different types of layouts. What type of slide would you like to have? You may choose what you would want to have and accordingly use that. So at the moment, since I'm teaching you how to go about with it, you may use any one, or at the moment what I'm trying to do is I will pick up blank so that we can start from scratch. So I'll click on blank, and a blank slide gets added here. So you can see the blank slide is added here on the left side, and when I click on that, you can see it on the right side blown up, and here nothing is there because nothing has been added onto it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste some textual matter here. Since it's a slide, obviously it requires a title, so I need to type out something here. So I want to type out about, say, pollution. So and maybe I want to put down the definition and certain little information about pollution. So the first thing is that I can't start typing here at all. It does not allow me to type. But what I need to then do is go to the insert tab, and from the insert tab, if you see, there is an option for inserting a text box, since we are inserting something into the slide. So I'll click on text box and bring the cursor down. Now the cursor shape has changed totally. Instead of an arrow, it's become a vertical line. I'm going to click inside this here, and when I click, I get a small box in which I can type. So here I'm going to write down the title of this particular slide. Now as you can see, whatever I have written has come out very small. I am going to select this and increase the font. So maybe I'll keep it at 60 or something. And since Algerian was the previous font, I'll try and stick to that. Now, although I have put pollution here, I don't like the place, so I am going to move this text from here. So I will take the cursor or the pointer to the border of this text box, and it becomes a double crossed arrow. I'll click on it, and then I can move this anywhere in the page, wherever you want. So whatever location you think is suitable, you place it there. Okay, so that way I've placed a title. Now for the text of this particular slide, what I'm going to do is I've already prepared a small notepad file where I've got the information to make it faster. So I'm going to copy this information from here, and I'll use Ctrl C here to copy, and or I can also do a right click and do copy. And coming back to the pollution PowerPoint presentation, I'll right click here and I will click on paste. So you can see that particular section got pasted here. Now imagine this on a presentation slide on a projector. It's going to be very tiny, so ideally I am going to increase the font. So so if you see well-being being the last line, I will arrange the font in such a way that the whole text is visible on the screen. You saw how I dragged the corners of this text box to resize it so that it fits inside the slide. Here also, if you want, you may change the font. If you don't want that, you can let it be. I also want that these points should come in bulleted points. That means I should have either a 1, 2, 3, 4 or bullets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this text here, and in the home tab itself there is a group here, the paragraph group. In this group, if you can see, there are bulleted points here, bullets and numbered bullets. So whatever our choice is, you can click on that and say, suppose I want this or any one of this, so I'm going to just click and use that. Okay, so I have highlighted these points in this particular slide. So that is my second slide.